Hello again, my name is Bill from BR's Custom Bars, and today what we're working on here is we're going to be installing our wiring harness. Well, the wiring harness is already installed in the pair of bars. If you bought the bars from me, sometimes we install the wiring for you. But at this point we're going to have to cut. Here's your wiring harness and your switches. This is your switching harness. We're going to have to cut this in half like we've done here. Okay, we want to make sure that this is going to be spaced out so it ends up into the bar here, so you don't have any balling up of stuff here. Let me go over one thing here before we get too carried away. We're going to need a few things to start with. You're going to need a nice soldering gun, something like this. Mine's a little bit old and wore out. We're going to need a heat gun for heat shrinking the heat shrink. When you do your wire connections, you put a piece of this on here. So we have little pieces, and that will protect your bare wires from any shorting out and stuff. So you're going to need some heat shrink. You're going to need your soldering gun, of course, your hot air gun, or whatever you want to use for shrinking your tubing. You need a nice pair of wire strippers, cleaners. You're going to need some flux. Maybe a little bit of flux. I always flux a little bit of my solder. You're going to need solder. Some solder comes with flux, which is okay. And then that's basically what you need for materials. Will be your basic tools and your heat shrink. And then, like I said, properly cut your wiring. Here's your housing. Here's your wiring harness that comes with your housing. Here's the other end of it, of course. You can see we took the plug off. What we're going to do is, like you said, we're going to insert this in here, hooking it to the new wiring harness that goes through the bars and out the bottom. And then we will be hooking this new piece onto the bottom here, and this will go back into your wiring harness of your bike. And that's pretty much what we're going to do here at this segment, and we'll come back with another video on showing you how we do the splice and the solder, and you should be all set. Thank you very much.